Welcome to the Drama Queen Perspective, a podcast designed to empower, inspire, educate, and entertain. Drama Queen is a philanthropist, educator, business owner, poet, and performer. So you know you will be entertained. Find out what's trending. Get a thumbs up or thumbs down on the hottest restaurants, places, and things. And find out ways to help your business grow. And much, much more. Without further ado, here is your host, Drama Queen.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Shanese, aka Drama Queen, aka gluten-free girl, aka celiac, aka season 6 complainer, aka I could keep going. But I am here because it has been over 2 years since the first episode of season 6 of 60 Days In has aired. Can you guys believe it's been over 2 years? And I've not been doing a lot of reaction videos, but people are asking me questions about the episodes and want to know my perspective, what really happened. After I start dropping videos and saying, no, that's not exactly what happened, then fans have questions. And so we are going to dive into each episode, and you are going to have the opportunity on these videos and podcasts to hear my reaction and my perspective on, is this really what happened, or is there more to the story? So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy these reaction videos and perspective videos. You'll have an opportunity to hear some of my initial reactions when I first saw the show and how my opinion has changed over the last 2 years after getting to know a few of the participants and spending time with them. So I can't believe it's been 2 years. So let's get started.
So I've asked my associates, Chief John Bryant
How you doing?
and Detective Jason Higgins, to come and help us in training today, teaching self-defense.
Hands up. It's aggressive, assertive movement. That's what you've got to do.
These guys are both masters of self-defense, certified in PPCT, which is pressure point control tactics.
In a fight, a minute can seem like an eternity, okay? Nice. Good. All right, well, let's do the duck out. Coming up, grab.
Okay, guys, so my initial reaction and my reaction now is pretty much the same for this particular part in episode 1. When I saw this for the first time, when it aired on A&E back in 2020, I was shocked. I was shocked, but more importantly, I was angry. Because why would you say this?
You know, the women, to be honest with you, are a lot nastier than the men are. A lot more conniving, manipulative, and just as violent or vile.
We actually have more fights inside the women's unit than we do anywhere in the facility.
And for the boys, for the guys, for the young men, so you say that in one sentence, but then you turn around and you train the men in self-defense, but you don't train the women? That's a problem for me. I should have known that the sexism or the isms were going to start, because there's no way that the comment should have been made. I'm going to play it again in case you missed it.
You know, the women, to be honest with you, are a lot nastier than the men are. A lot more conniving, manipulative, and just as violent or vile.
We actually have more fights inside the women's unit than we do anywhere in the facility.
And the men get taught self-defense and we didn't. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And when I watched it, it made me leery about watching the rest of the season, because all I knew was what I taped and what I saw in the females pod. I didn't know any of the males. I never had met any of the males. I was happy to see that that is a part of training, but I'm like, you contradict yourself by saying this about the women's pod. The women's pod has the most issues, the most fights, but yet you don't provide us the proper training. I don't know if that was a jail issue, a production issue. I don't know. But my initial reaction was, oh, okay, so this is what we doing this season. We already are trying to set the women up to fail. And that's how I felt watching it. And that's how I felt being a participant in it, because he is right. There were a lot of fights on the women's side. Now, I know how to defend myself, but it would have been nice to have got equal training. So, got to do better. Again, I don't know whose fault, if it was the jail or the production, but 60 days in, if you're going to have continual sessions for seasons, for season 7, 8, 9, 10, what you do for the men, you need to make sure you do that for the women, and that it's equal, because I have called out a lot of the isms. I've called out the racism. I've called out the sexism, not only to the production company, not only to A&E, but from the person that founded this show, that created 60 Days In. I've had a conversation or two with him and called out these isms. Stop showing favoritism and give the same training to both sets of participants, men and women. Make it fair. Because this didn't make sense to me. If somebody can make it make sense to me, please put something in the comments, because I don't understand it.
The previous sheriff had been here for 12 years.
Some accuse him of turning the jail into his personal piggy bank, pocketing leftover money from the inmates' food budget.
I haven't done anything wrong. If it's wrong, somebody needs to change the law.
I was made aware of this information during training, and I was livid. I was pissed. I didn't go back into the jail as an inmate until about a week later. So I had an opportunity to research a little bit more and learn more about this food situation, especially since I was going there to bring awareness about food intolerances and allergies. What are the odds that we would be at a jail where the previous sheriff stole money for his own gain? Here, I'm going to read a part of an article from the Birmingham Real-Time News. This was back on originally March 13th, 2018, but it was updated on March the 7th, 2019. In September, Etowah County Sheriff Todd and his wife Karen purchased an orange 4-bedroom house with an in-ground pool in an upscale section of Orange Beach for $740,000. To finance the purchase, he got a $592,000 mortgage from People's Bank of Alabama, according to the public real estate records. The home is one of several properties with a total assessed value of more than $1.7 million that the couple own together or separately in Etowah and Baldwin counties. Here's where everything kind of gets tricky. A lot of the Etowah County residents were questioning how a sheriff making a 5-figure annual salary could afford to own multiple houses, including one nearly worth $750,000. But the ethics disclosure forms show that the state, he was able to get, over the 3 years, he was able to receive more than $750,000 worth of additional compensation from a source that he identified as food provisions. So before I continue to read this, basically what this fool did was he was given a budget, let's say, of, I'm going to make up a number. I'm going to try to see if they have a concrete number here. They don't. So let's say, here we go. I'll just break it down easier. So let's say, for example, he has a budget of $10 per inmate. These are not actual numbers. These are just fictional to get you an understanding of how this happened. Let's say there's a budget of $10 per inmate for the food budget. He took, let's say, $2 per inmate and used that for food and pocketed the $8 per inmate and used that money to fund a beach house. This is ridiculous. His response: you should understand that in the state of Alabama, the sheriff does not have the legal authority to enter into contacts, he said via email. According to the law, contractual authority is the responsibility of county commission. So he has done other illegal things as well with funds. He's just done a lot of questionable things. Lots of questionable things. So when I saw this, my initial reaction, it took me back to when I learned about this during training and when I did my research while I was waiting to be taken into the jail, into custody. I was angry, but it made me even more passionate about the reason why I was doing this, considering that I was trying to bring awareness about celiac, autoimmune diseases, food intolerances, and food allergies. All right, guys, that's it for this first podcast. We have some more things that we're reviewing on episode 1. So make sure that you subscribe and you hit that bell so you will be notified when the next videos are uploaded for the rest of episode 1 and the remaining episodes, including the reunion.
Thanks for listening to the Drama Queen Perspective. Be sure to like and subscribe this podcast and share with the drama queens in your life. Until next time, this has been the Drama Queen Perspective.